Welcome to RegalX Training Academy video courses. My name is Daniel Garcia. I will be your instructor in this video course series. This is number 1 of the Series for Beginners course, and we will give you a brief background of what trading actually is. What is the definition of trading? What is the history of trading? And what is the accessibility? Also, we will talk about the opportunities that are available today and a brief overview of RegalX trading. To begin with, what is the definition of trading? Well, historically, you can see that the barter system among people exchanging, let's just say I used to go out on the sea and catch a fish. Now I have fish, all right, but I need wood to build a house or to make a fire. So I go trade my fish against the firewood that some other guy went into the woods to cut a tree down, and so on. So at some point, humanity realized it's impractical to only exchange one thing for another. They needed to be something universal. You could exchange with everything else, something you could exchange with everything else. So this is how the barter system, the trading system, became important between people, and it started over a course of time. Evolution happens, so to speak, and today the definition of trading would be to speculate on the price movement of certain assets, commodities, currencies. There's so many things, and to speculate about the future price movement and to actually buy and sell these markets in order to capture a profit from. For example, I think the US dollar is going to become stronger and the euro weaker. I would sell the euro dollar, and this, in fact, why would I do that? Well, I would do it because I think it's going to bring me a profit, and depending on how the trade goes for me, what analysis I employ, how the market reacts, I'm actually able to capture movements in the market and make a profit in this way. Obviously, losses can happen as well. So it's very important that you train and then you find your own way of trading. And these video courses are meant to, in fact, help with that. Now, if we look at the history of trading is a lot more complicated. I mean, you couldn't just start trading financial markets like that. The barrier of entry was very high. You needed to have a lot of money as well as relationships with banks. And in the beginning, it was only banks that were able to do that. A little later on, brokerage houses came in. But at the end of the day, it still remained a very close circle of very rich people. And only after, as we like to call it, the democratization of the markets happened in recent years with the development of technology, internet platforms, mobile phones, web traders. They have helped to bring the barrier of entry down. And that's actually the possibility or the opportunity of today's through accessibility. At the same time, fees have come down a lot over the course of the years. Just 20, 30 years ago, you needed to pay a lot of fees. Today, you can trade at a fraction of the pips in the Forex market. That's why it's really important to understand that the day and age that we live in today is a huge opportunity over how it is used or how it used to be 10, 20 years ago, when it was not so easy to access these markets, when access to these markets was closed to only a few rich people and companies, when the fees in these markets were exorbitantly high. You know, when the necessity to trade these markets would imply that you needed to have a lot of money, today you can trade very small position sizes. All these things have helped to make the markets accessible and to create this opportunity for each and every one of us like we have today. Let's look at our web trader for a moment. You can see what we can actually trade. So if we go to popular, you see there's a number of mixed things. You see type crypto Forex indices. So if we want to trade currencies, we can trade Forex, we can trade euro dollar, we can trade euro. Or the Australian dollar, for example. And it's only a click of a button. I click on here, I see the price, and boom, I can trade same shares, or do I think Apple is going to go down? Or maybe Amazon is going to continue to go up? Or maybe I think that the British American Tobacco Company has a good run. So there's so many things that you can do, and you can see that we have so many shares you can actually choose from. Maybe Alliance from Germany, the insurance business, is doing good or not. You know, that's why the universe of this for investing has become so big. All right, you don't like shares, let's say. How about commodities? Do you think oil is going to continue to go down? Yesterday, for example, it went down massively. It recovered. Then it went down again to some extent, or maybe it will go back up as it did more in long term, for example, over the last few years. As you can see here, since 2016, the price has been going up. Obviously, it was a lot higher, not the years before that, but still. Or do you think gold has an opportunity? Well, recently, it has been going down, for example. Or you may say all these commodities too complicated. They're too complicated for me. And shares are more too narrow-minded. Let's talk about the big guys. How about to trade the NASDAQ 100? There's all the FANG stocks in here. You got all the Facebook, Amazon, Netflix, Google. They're all listed on Netflix. And look, I mean, if you had invested $4,000 into it in 2016, I mean, now the price is at over $7,000, and it's just a buy and hold, of a very big index that is listed on the New York Stock Exchange. Or what about crypto? Crypto is the latest craze that 2017 went through the roof in a way that no market has ever seen before. Obviously, the market has come back to a very, very big part of that. But nonetheless, we continue to see that a whole new asset class has been created here. What about Dash? What about iOS? What about Ethereum, Litecoin, Monero coin? There's so many coins, Zcash, that you could actually delve into and think about trading. So as you can see, there's so many things. At the click of a button, you can trade those through an app on your phone, or you're no longer tied to a computer or a desk. So it's very easy, very, very easy. So the question really is, are we really going to use this opportunity, or do we want to just let it go by? So in the next courses, we will talk a lot about how we can approach markets, what methods we can employ in order to have more chances of success. What are the risks? What is the downside? All these things. So come join us on our next video series. We have broken it down into beginner, intermediate, and advanced videos, and I will be very glad to walk you through all of this. Thank you very much.